girlfriend text game. One of the biggest things that have been requested as I gotten in touch with everybody and like, hey, would you like to have girlfriend game? It's like, oh, girlfriend text game. How do I keep my girl attracted with the text game? And I'm like, yeah, let me write that down. Now, obviously, there's a lot of generalized game stuff here with the text game stuff, so a lot of it is a little less applicable with the girlfriend game, but I'm sure as hell you're still gonna appreciate it. You're not gonna be mad. So anyways, first and foremost, the big problem here is the underlying assumption of, well, she's my girlfriend now, I don't need text game, right? This whole spiel of like, I have arrived, I don't need to game, like the whole shit that we talked about at the very beginning of this program. Don't. It's bad. It's bad, you know? And then what happens is text game changes from this like interesting, fun thing that you guys have to this completely routinized means to an end communication tool. You know, instead of like funny banter back and forth, it ends up like, hey, I'm at the store. Do we need more potatoes? No, we're all good. Cool. Love you. Love you too, emoji. Like, come on, dude. It's your girlfriend. Seduce her. God damn it, seduce her. Okay, so because remember, like, because we're innately lazy and want security, we tend to do the easiest thing and it kind of gets over into text game and like it transitions in and now text game is boring and you look at the text and it bores you too, honestly. So remember the following: constant seduction and she will be yours forever. Constant seduction in real life as well as over text game. Okay? And again, have you forgotten how much fun seduction is, man? How much it helps you? How it keeps you sharp? I mean, how epic is that? It's not work. It's a fun fucking activity. Plus, it's great learning for you. So in the next couple minutes, we'll be talking about everything that you could ever know about girlfriend fucking text game. So the general premise here, when it comes to girlfriend text game, the more high value texts you send her, the better. What do I mean by that? Well, not high value texting is the following. What are you up to? Question mark. That's value leech and it kills attraction. And again, well, she's my girlfriend, I just want to know what she's up to. Well, wake the fuck up. Use a little bit of seduction, you lazy fucking cunt. So don't write her, what are you up to? Instead, send her a funny meme. Send her a funny story, a funny selfie, something value-giving that increases your attraction. Now, of course, I get it, she's your girlfriend. It's not like you gotta go full-on hardcore game over text every single day, you know, every single second, but whenever you have the chance, brighten up her day a little bit. The occasional, you know, hey, sorry, I'll be there 30 minutes later is fine too, I get it, but as much as you can, use some fun value-giving shit. And you know who's the master in that? You know who I learned this from the most? My own girlfriend. I don't know why, she's never learned game, but she is a fucking master in that, okay? I think the number of times she sent me just a simple like, what's up, or what are you doing? I think I can literally count it on one fucking hand. She sends me cat videos, but she doesn't just send me the cat videos, she reverts them back to us. So she sends me like a funny cat video, like of one cat like licking the other cat, you know, like the head or the face. She's like, this is me when you're trying to sleep, LOL. She sends me random pictures when I'm like some random picture. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And then she reveals the joke, like, oh, it's actually this. She uses clickbait, goddammit. She uses clickbait shit like, OMG, like, this old lady just told me that she loves me. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like inquiring for her, like, oh, like, tell me, like, what's the story behind that? So she waits for my reply and then explains the funny story. So this is, again, a great fucking example how being in a kick-ass relationship actually helps your game. Not only makes me love her more, not only brightens it up my day, it also makes me think, well, how can I increase her day? How can I increase attraction for her? How can I do something funny like this? It's a great fucking example of when you meet the right girl, you just get so much value out of it, then you then can give back to her. So let's break it down a little bit. What is she doing that is so good, that are so powerful things? Inside jokes. Great fucking way to give value, since they'll probably only be valuable or funny for the two of you because it's your inside joke. You spike emotion, but you also create massive fucking rapport. Because she'll be like, oh, he remembers the inside joke. He remembers it. It's obviously really, really powerful in game in general, but especially powerful in your fucking relationship. The great thing here is, excuse me. The great thing here is the two of you are already in a relationship, so you're creating fuck tons of inside jokes. So there should be tons of material. For example, me and my girlfriend have Toby the golden donkey. I can't even remember what context we talked about it, but at some point she's like, I think she said, I'm tired, I don't want to go there, and I'm like, well, you can always ride on a donkey, like a golden donkey. So she's like, I like that, what's his name? And I'm like, Toby, because it's such a donkey name. So now, like, whenever I bring that up, like, oh, Toby the donkey, dude, this is shit we've talked about a year ago. How cute is that she still remembers that? Or if I still remember it, and you come back to that, it spikes her emotions, and it brings her back to the time when you guys were joking about that. Plus, it increases rapport because you remember. Another thing is, I remember that years ago, I had this girl, she wasn't really my girlfriend, but she was from Iran, and I kept making fun of her because for me, like, Iran is like, oh, the Middle East, it's like Aladdin, and you have the magic carpet. So I would send her, like, some video of, like, a guy riding a magic carpet, and I just send her that, you know, and then she's like, what the fuck? And then I'm like, I can show you the world. Funny shit like that, but you get the gist. Inside jokes. Really, really amazing. And that, by the way, feeds right into the following. Be a little bit of a dick. It's obviously a great rule for any type of game, also in real life, but it's really great for text game just as much. For example, I love that. I'll never forget that. My girlfriend would send me a text, a picture of an H&M bag. She's holding it very proudly, and she's like, my new bikinis, finally. And I'm like, my reply was like, wow, you're gonna look so good in that plastic bag. Heart emoji, heart emoji. A little bit of a dick, teasing her, general spike in emotion, you get the gist, right? Or another example, when she asks me random shit, like in the middle of the night, she does that all the time. Like in the middle of the night, she's like, what do I do this? What is that? And I'm just like, go to bed, little girl, it's late. So again, these examples are basically there to pinpoint for you, don't be afraid of being a little bit of a dick. Like, go to bed, baby, I'm not gonna answer that, it's too late now. So don't be afraid of being a little bit of a dick, even over text game. Which brings you to the next point, something that my girlfriend does extremely well, clickbait. Use fucking clickbait. Go to fucking BuzzFeed, go to fucking, whatever the fuck, there's like tons of these shitty websites, and just read the headlines of their articles. Why do you want to read their shitty, you know, their shitty articles? Why do you still read them? Because the clickbait titles are super fucking on point. So again, literally, just adding a little bit of a clickbait to an otherwise quote-unquote regular message already does fucking wonders. So, you know, for example, you write, guess what? You just send her that, guess what? And she's like, oh my God, what? Well, and then you reply back, I bought an extra avocado so you can make your favorite toasts again. Makes it much more interesting. Like, this little thing makes the general message that you bought an extra avocado a lot more interesting already. Or, OMG, all caps, you'll never guess what happened. And then she's like, oh my God, what happened? What happened? Nothing. I fell asleep during studying and now I slept 4 hours, LOL. Again, regular message, add some clickbait title. If you're lazy and you're tired and you don't come up with something funny, do at least the clickbait thing. Or again, I brought that with my girlfriend up, an example, a picture of something random that makes no sense without context, just send it to her. And then the person's like, what the fuck is that? And then you explain it in an ideally joking manner, right? Which brings me to the next point, the emotional roller coaster. I like that too. What I do with that is, you say something that could piss her off a lot, but then you revert it back to actually something nice. So for example, obviously, and you wait for the reply in between. So you say something that could potentially piss her off, wait for the response, and then reveal that it's actually nothing bad. For example, you're supposed to meet her, right? And like 2 fucking minutes before you're supposed to be there, I can't come, I'm so sorry. Pisses her the fuck off. She's like, I'm already here, what the fuck? What the fuck is that? And then you're actually right in front of her house. Like, haha, ding dong, you ring the doorbell. Or shit like, something happened. Please don't freak out. So she's like, oh my God, what the fuck happened? Like, tell me right now. And you wait to reply like 5 minutes, and then you're like, I ate all the Nutella. If you hate me now, I understand. Okay, see that? You give her an emotional roller coaster. Or another example, one last one, is OMG, I just found the hottest fucking bitch on Instagram. Jesus Christ, look at this fucking hot chick. I already jerked off twice to this hoe, check it out. And then she's like, oh my God, like who is it? And you send her a link to her own profile. So cute, but you get it, right? It's these small little cute things, giving her the emotional roller coaster. I love doing that. And again, like, I'm excited when I talk about this topic because I think it's awesome. I think it's cute. I think it sparks my own creativity. I love doing this for my girlfriend. I love doing it for myself too. And that's what game and seduction is supposed to be. Fun and an enjoying of the process. Not like, how many more times do I have to game my girlfriend until I don't have to do it? But at this point, you probably, hopefully, are aware of that already because you've been going through the 4 becomings at the very beginning of this very product, program, course, right? Hope so. Let's talk about investment here real quick because investment in terms of how much time should I take to reply back, how long should my text be, should I use emojis, yes or no. I always put it like that. All this is investment. And your investment should be roughly equal to hers. Not much more, not much less, roughly equal to hers. In the seduction sense, when I'm trying to pick up a hoe, I would always say same or less investment than her, but since she's your girlfriend, use roughly the same amount. That implies the use of punctuation and emojis. If she sends you a lot of emojis, feel free to use an appropriate amount as well. If she never sends emojis, don't do it either, okay? Length, same spiel here. When she sends you texts like this, and you just reply in one-liners, should be. Same other way around. If you send her these walls of text, like, I love you so much, you're the best, she just sends you like, thanks, love you too, then obviously you're investing too much more than her. It should be roughly equal. Same with reply time, should be roughly equal, okay? With reply time also, I have to say, don't always be reachable. Don't always be reachable. Ideally, you have a busy life, you love your life, you're good either way, and it could totally be that for half a day you can't reply. That should definitely be normal. You don't necessarily need to feel bad about that. Okay, it can totally happen. Now, anything that makes you, to summarize that, anything that makes you a little bit of a challenge for her is a favor to her. Again here, it's a favor. It's worth repeating. You're doing her a favor. She likes it. It's not manipulation and, undermining her self-confidence like some mainstream media would say. No, you're not supposed to take her for granted. And because you don't take her for granted, you spike her emotions. You let her work on you a little bit. Again, girls, they get emotions for God's sake when they feel like they have to work on you. They love emotions. Don't deprive her of that. You understand? You're doing her a favor. You're not supposed to just take her for granted, texting back and forth, doing the potatoes. No, show her that you're not taking her for granted by gaming the shit out of her. Show her that she means a lot to you by spiking her emotions, by letting her chase you a little bit, by being a fun, good boyfriend. You're doing her a fucking favor with these little things, understand? If you bait-eyes your own fucking ass, if you show yourself down because you're too lazy and too uncreative to keep gaming her, then you, my friend, do not deserve a fucking girlfriend. Being in a relationship, doing girlfriend game means doing actual fucking game. This is the real game. I said that in the beginning. Holding a real man is able to hold a woman. It's true, man. It obviously got watered down to like just shame fuckboys who get a lot of women. Like, oh, it's as if it's not easy, as if it's like easy to get a lot of whores to fuck you. It's fucking difficult. But at the same time, the difficulty in keeping a girl is not fucking showing yourself out. The difficulty in keeping a high-quality relationship is not fucking becoming complacent and a fat, broke loser. The difficulty is in taking it as responsibility for you and for her now to become even better than you were ever before, because you're doing it not only for you now, you have her on board as well. It's the extra responsibility that you're getting, similar to getting a child. You're supposed to man up even fucking more now. That is what I mean by girlfriend game, and that is often reflected in text game. So little rant end. I was not even supposed to talk about that, but I felt the urge to make you understand, okay? Also, let social media work in your favor at all times. We've talked about this at length in the long distance relationship video that you can also consult if you feel like. And social media, it's not to make her jealous or any of that, but simply to use it as a tool for passive attraction. Again here, you're doing her a fucking favor. She will derive great pleasure and sexual attraction from watching you have a good time on social media, okay? Instagram stories with cool shit of you and your buddies that you're up to, you know? Laugh hard, laugh loudly, film yourself laughing, joking around, throwing shit at each other, having a good fucking time, right? Also, like random hoes that you meet, get them in the Instagram. I'm not saying like you gotta fuck girls and have them naked on your Instagram. I'm not saying that, but like any female girls that you meet, have them on your Instagram. Show everyone, not just your girlfriend, but everybody that's following you, like how good of a time you have. And again, I'm not saying fake shit, create a fake personality for shallow friends. No, I'm saying the four becomings dictate you should already have this life of a lot of great high-value people in your life, a lot of great attractive women, good friends, having a good time. You should have that through the four becomings. You're merely fucking documenting it, okay? If you're in an exclusive relationship, as a side note, obviously do it within boundaries. Like don't like film yourself making out with 3 chicks and your girl's like, I thought we were exclusive, right? Obviously do it within the boundaries of what you guys have discussed. But then again, use social proof through social media. And again, like even more powerful than that is if you don't only use it for social proof and passive attraction, but also for rapport. Again, like I mentioned this in the long distance relationship chapter earlier as well, when my girlfriend left her little hair pins, whatever the fuck that's called, the little golden hairpins in my place, one of the first times she hung out with me, and I kept them in my wallet because I thought they're nice, and I traveled the world with them, and I would post them on my social media, like literally me sitting, I can't remember, in Switzerland or somewhere, and I just took a picture of holding the pin, and nobody knew what it was. Everybody was like, okay, that's funny. But my girlfriend saw it, and she's like, oh, that's so cute, he's thinking about me. So you can use social media as a powerful tool, not only for passive attraction, but also to increase rapport. Small little things like that mean the world to your relationship. Now, let me talk about memes. Memes are hilarious, are funny, and it honestly is the easiest, simplest way to make her fucking laugh. And it's also a great way to learn quick-witted humor yourself, and it's especially effective if you use it as inside jokes. Example from earlier that I said, when my girlfriend's sending me like cat videos, the one cat like licking the other cat's face, and she's fitting it into our life situation as some sort of inside joke, like, oh, that's me when you're trying to sleep, because I know she's always trying to not make me fall asleep because she keeps doing things when we're trying to fall asleep. So it's an inside joke, and I love how that works like that, okay? So again, if you send memes, sending a meme itself is funny and value, it's good. Sending a meme and reverting it back to the relationship is really, really good. Sending a meme, reverting it back to your relationship, and using it as inside joke is extremely fucking powerful. And I have to say, if you really think about it, like, this shit is shit that girls do all the time to each other. They send themselves memes back and forth and learn from girls. It's so valuable to be in a relationship with a high quality girl because it makes you understand and learn this kind of shit. Like, oh my God, this is so cool. This is my girlfriend sending that shit back and forth. I'll do it with her. And it's very, very fucking powerful. Let's talk about voice messages. You know, there's apps like Viber or WhatsApp where you can leave voice messages to each other. It's an extremely fucking powerful tool for game in general, but obviously also for relationship game. Why? Because it opens up a great part of sub-communication that otherwise would just be lost in text. Like if you use voice messages, what sub-communication does she have? She has the tonality of your voice. She has the sound of your voice. She can feel the position of your body, like if you're like tensed or if you're chilling, if you're relaxed, if you're leaning back and stuff like that. It's again, like it's mostly for regular game. It's extremely powerful, but obviously just as powerful with your girlfriend. For example, how I would do it is I would always leave voice messages either in a very relaxed state, and I would literally lean back and I would smile into the phone, because actually if you would, for example, close your eyes right now, close your eyes as you're listening to my voice, you can literally hear how I'm smiling. Isn't that funny? You literally hear that I was just smiling what I said. You hear it. It's a slight change in tonality that our body recognizes, our ears, our brains are recognizing that. So I smile. I literally smile into the WhatsApp, and I'm leaning back because now my voice sounds a lot sexier, a lot more chill. I either do that or something that a friend of mine, Kevin, does, especially more in the context of picking up girls. He would always leave voice messages in a social proof environment. So he would literally leave a voice message to invite the next girl to a date while he's going to school. So he's in college, and he was extremely fucking popular in college. He would enter the fucking building while leaving the voice message, and in the background you'd hear like, Kevin, and he's like, oh, hey guys, one sec, I'm on the phone real quick. And literally like every 10 seconds you would hear somebody fucking yell his name. It was amazing, it was nuts. So when you leave voice messages like that, and in the background you have people like yelling your name, or like cool music and people laughing and having a good time, that's very, very social fucking proof. And also, what I like is I laugh. I laugh into the phone. When she sends me a funny text, I'm like, I read the text. As I'm reading it, I'm already recording, because then I'm like laughing and I'm recording the laugh. It's a lot of sub-communication that you can't have in regular text, but you can very well have it in voice messages. Similar to that, pictures and videos. There's a lot of communication that you can actually send with that. Same concept here, more sub-communication, okay? On top of that, though, be different than any other chode. What are chodes doing? What are the dumb shit that chodes are sending? Like, usually, like, the dumbass fucking mirror selfies without a shirt. Like, I've never heard a girl say, like, oh my god, have you seen this guy's six-pack mirror selfies? I really want to fuck him now. I've never heard a girl say that. Basically, guys try to post anything that makes them look cool. It does make them look cool, but at the same time, extremely fucking try hard. Instead, if you do send pictures, I like showing my bored and slightly annoyed face while I'm sitting in the tram, like public transport, like that. Or a hardcore face when I'm about to eat the food. So you have like the nice quinoa salad in front of you, and you're like, you know, selfie, that shit. That is funny. That is interesting. That is fucking different, okay? Or a super cool, amazing picture of you lifting a 2-pound dumbbell. So you get the gist. It's funny. It's self-amusing. It's almost like making fun of yourself in a slightly weird and funny way. That's the kind of pictures and or videos, obviously, that you want to send. So with videos, it's basically the same concept. But you can also, what you can also do with videos is you can actually do it to communicate. So you can tell her what you've been up to, like, hey baby, just want to say we're doing this right now. I've been doing this, you know. It's especially key in a long-term relationship and in a long-distance relationship. Example of you snowboarding, like, look, I'm snowboarding, and you're like writing it down, or like, hey, we're watching this movie in the theater right now, and you record like 10 seconds. You're on the airport, walking through the airport, you're hanging out with your friends or your mom, etc. You get the gist. You can use these little update videos to send each other that are very, very nice and very, very powerful. Now let me talk about, almost last but not least, I love you. And I've mentioned it earlier, I hate it when guys or couples in general, I honestly think like some of the 3 most powerful words in the world, they use them so much that they literally lose all the value. Again, the example from above. Hey, do we still need potatoes? No, we're all good. Thanks, baby, love you too. Like, come on, dude, you're not meaning it, you're just saying it. You're diminishing the power of the word. Don't devalue it by using it all the time. Don't say it in a routine, say it when you fucking mean it. You know, instead of saying I love you 10 times, say it 1 time a day, 1 time a week, but then it fucking means something. That is something where I'm in a relationship. I'm not in a relationship so I can say I love you all the fucking time. I'm in a relationship because I love her. And when I mean it, when I say it, I want to fucking mean it. And when I mean it, I fucking say it. I don't say it because we ran out of potatoes. That's not the reason why you love her. You love her when she sends you something cute. When it's 1 a.m. and you're apart from each other and you want to let her know how much you love her, you just send her I love you. You just want to say I love you. Maybe like a cute meme with a little teddy bear. How cute is that? That's much more valuable than a, we need potatoes? No, love you too. You understand? You see the difference? Which brings us to the very, very last point. That is fights over text. Don't ever discuss anything important over fucking text. Don't ever. Why? Because you can't communicate alpha male, you can't communicate safety, you can't communicate understanding and empathy well enough over text. You can do all that in person. And by the way, go ahead and watch the chapter of how to handle fights. There's no shit of like, say these exact same words or use that text. It's all about sub-communication. So you don't have access to that sub-communication properly when it comes to text game, not even with videos or pictures or voice messages. So you gotta be able to say here, yo, let's trim it here. We can't do that. For example, so I've mentioned that before, that women have horrible fucking timing when it comes to striking up discussions. Because again, their primary drive is emotions. And you know, when those emotions arise, then it feels like it's time to discuss right now. Let's discuss that over text. There's no problem, let's go, right? And so if she wants to discuss over text, you gotta respond the following way. For example, hey baby, I get what you're saying. You're feeling upset because of this. You want to discuss that. I understand it. And you feel like we have to discuss that right now. But let's discuss that tomorrow. Or even better, I understand you. I understand that you got to do this and it makes you feel like this. And let's discuss that tomorrow. Let's discuss that on the weekend. Let's discuss that when we meet each other in person again. That's much more powerful. Empathy, I understand, and let's discuss that next time we meet. That way you keep the discussion in a real life realm where you can have eye contact, where you can hold her, where you can show she can trust you, where everything is good. As opposed to texting back and forth where there can be misunderstandings, where she doesn't understand you properly, you don't understand where she's coming from. It's extremely difficult for you to figure out what is the underlying problem. You need to have these things in person. Just as a little side note. And so that is girlfriend text game. Use the power of memes, voice messages, pictures, videos, but do it accordingly, do it appropriately. Use it to communicate sub-communications. On top of that, value giving over value leeching text. On top of that, clickbait. On top of that, inside jokes. And all these great things. There's a lot of amazing things you can do in your relationship with text game. Bottom line is, don't just think you don't have to seduce her just because she's your girlfriend. Game the shit out of her over text because she deserves it. Be a little bit of a challenge. Learn from it. See it as joy and something amazing for you to learn as well. And that is how you do text game with your girlfriend. GG.